Welcome back to our YouTube series for shadow teachers. In our last episode, we discussed who a shadow teacher is and what their key responsibilities are. If you haven't watched it yet, be sure to check it out. Today, we are diving into an incredibly important topic: understanding neurodiversity. Because every child is unique, and as a shadow teacher, recognizing these differences is the first step in providing meaningful support. Neurodiversity simply means that brains work differently. It's not about deficits or disorders, it's about differences. Some children think, learn, and process information in ways that are unique to them, and as shadow teachers, our job is to understand these differences and support them accordingly. Think of it this way: just as we all have different heights, eye colors, and personalities, our brains are also wired differently. Now let's talk about some common neurodiverse profiles you may encounter as a shadow teacher. Remember, no two children are the same, even within the same category. First, autism spectrum disorder, also known as ASD. Children may struggle with social interactions, prefer routines, or have deep interest in specific topics. Some may be non-verbal, while others have excellent verbal skills but struggle with social cues. Example: imagine a child who flaps their hands when excited, avoids eye contact, and prefers to play alone. As a shadow teacher, instead of forcing eye contact, you can communicate through visual supports or written instructions. 2. ADHD, Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. Challenges with focus, impulse control, and hyperactivity. Some kids daydream a lot, while others can't sit still for more than a few minutes. Example: let's say your assigned student interrupts a conversation frequently. Instead of saying "stop interrupting," try using a visual cue card or a talking stick to teach turn taking in discussions. Third, dyslexia and learning disabilities. Difficulty with reading, writing, or processing information. A child with dyslexia may struggle with letter reversals, B and D, or take longer to read a passage. Example: instead of asking them to read aloud, allow them to listen to an audiobook while following the text. 4. Sensory processing differences. Some kids are highly sensitive to noise, textures, or lights. Others may seek sensory input like spinning, jumping, or touching everything. Example: a child might cover their ears when school bell rings. You can offer noise cancelling headphones or allow them to step out before loud activities. Now that we understand neurodiversity, let's talk about practical ways shadow teachers can help. Observe, notice patterns. When does the child struggle? When do they thrive? Adapt, modify teaching methods, use visual structure routines and flexible seating. Support, advocate for the child. Help teachers, classmates, and parents understand their needs. Now let's look at two real-life examples with a teacher and a child struggling in class. Scenario 1. Helping a child with ADHD focus. A student keeps looking around and tapping their pencil during a lesson. The shadow teacher offers a fidget tool and gently refocuses them. Scenario 2. Supporting a child with autism during a group activity. The student struggles with social interaction and refuses to join a group activity. The shadow teacher pairs them with one familiar peer and provides a structured role in the activity. Now let's clear up some myths about neurodiversity. I'll say a statement and you tell me if it's a myth or fact in the comments below. All children with ADHD are hyperactive. Myth: some have inattentive type ADHD and daydream a lot. Kids with autism don't feel emotions. Myth: they feel deeply but may express emotions differently. I hope today's episode helped you understand neurodiversity better. Every child is unique, and as shadow teachers, we have the power to create an inclusive and supportive environment for them. Remember, small changes make a big difference. Next steps for you: download my free guide on supporting neurodiverse children. Link is in the description. And subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss the next episode. Comment below with your questions and I'll answer them in a future Q&A session. See you next time.